sure we streaming and recording. So, so right now, everybody, hold on, let me get on camera because I look good, and why not?
I
Um,
don't. I look
so
crazy.
Barma, right, has brought to the attention of the masses that next year, you said Christ coming back. What happened?
No.
Nah.
So I was just searching on the web or whatever, and certain videos they just pop up, and I just subliminally perceive it a certain way,
You
like different
dissected
way,
it.
almost like if they do. So I read, I looked at this video, and they kind of gave me like this is how the Simpsons kind of have their prediction way before we kind of, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Um, so he told me to go to every year on Google and images and pretty much perceive it how we're going to perceive it. So that's why I told you, Seth, to go to 2026, which is next year. And apparently that's the World Cup, almost like a Olympics and stuff. And that's like a form of uniting nations and stuff like that. We're going through, the whole situation with terrorists and wars and Mexico and Canada, XYZ. But in the Olympics, we all had to meet up. And they give them the World Cups and whatever. So when I went in to 2026 and I looked at the images and I kind of kept scrolling, I seen the trophies and I'm like, okay, it's kind of forming. Then I kept scrolling down and I see United States as number one, Canada as two, and then Mexico. And I'm like, damn, that's very just like putting two and two together with the whole war and then them next year coming together and actually uniting. Looks beautiful, right? Cute sight. But then when you go to 2027, what do you see, Seth, when you go to 2027?
All right, YouTube, y'all ready? 2027. Oh, oh,
Mm-hmm. I
wow.
want you to keep scrolling
Oh,
because it shows you what it shows you, right? But if you kind of keep scrolling, you see some
damn.
type of alien in there somewhere, right?
No, I see
Or
some
something.
really bad words in here.
Hmm.
Super intelligence will impact the world by. There's a well, you be able to see it because you can see it on the live on YouTube. There's a globe on fire. Your look into 2027, the future.
Okay, so 2027, right? Um, I've seen this other website. Now it talks about aliens. It talks about something appearing in 2027. I think 2027 also mentions like Antichrist, or I may be off a year. I can't really put it because I'm not looking at it. I can't see it off my phone. That's why I'm asking you to tell me what you see on the thing. Hold on, let me see. I'm
I
about to
mean,
look
yeah,
it up. Can you still hear me?
you can go to the live
Okay.
stream and see what I'm looking at right now.
Okay, so it says, from the words that I see, it says like, the return of Christ. Humankind is likely to extinguish in a very short time. What would you do? Keep scrolling and scrolling. Talks about antichrist, apocalyptic, XYZ. So in 2027, and the way I perceived it, and then looking into, other things and aliens and stuff like that, because I just look into shit like that. Call it weird. I don't care. But they talk about an alien coming and actually revealing itself this time. The Antichrist, if you believe in the Bible, they talk about that Jesus or whoever actually revealing itself at that time. Now, if you go to 2028, what do you see?
What the fuck?
Now, in a spiritual sense, right? Um, Consciously speaking and XYZ, nothing that we see. The TV, the remote, the people, nothing in this such is real. That's why, certain things just hit me differently. I'll cry and XYZ because emotionally and being taught a certain way when we're born up until now. Um, and when your conscience is there and everything is all lined up, you start realizing certain things. So of course it's gonna affect me. I'm very much so empath and I'm gonna cry. Very much so a crybaby thug. Anywho, it just goes to show Trump 2028. Why is he still a president in 2028? Who knows?
Cause he that nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
But you got 2028. They talk about it shows,
Can you see? Can you see the live stream right now? Look at that shit.
No, I can't see. Okay, so in this sense, when 2028, that's when the spiritual realms and XYZ they go to war. Right? We see it all. We're gonna witness it all.
You see this shit?
Those. What is that? No, I don't see it.
Check your messages.
Yeah.
You see that part right? You can see the stream?
Yeah, I can see it now.
So you see this?
The one picture that you got on?
Yeah, because there's a bunch of these. So what the fuck is this nigga?
Oh shit, I'm trying to go to the picture.
And it's talking about 2028 wildfires and shit in the Olympics.
Right. So right here is a battle between, as above.
What the fuck are they talking about? 2020.
Now go to 2029.
Are they gonna set the fire? Hold on.
Go to 2029.
Nah, yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles, nigga,
Go to 2030. Yeah, keep scrolling down, kind of like perceive it as whichever way your mind, your first initial thought. Now you go to 20, and I'm more so shocked because I had to call my mom, right? And I'm like, Mom, when I have my little spill moments, I remember certain conversations that I have with people, and this is where when your conscience is awoke, certain conversations, words, people, places, and things, they just all kind of collate together, even if it was a weak word. Like, let's say Sunday to Saturday. I dealt with my whole entire life. But Sunday, I had a conversation. Tuesday, someone just spoke about that same word or something. And then Friday, I see a video. Now I'm just like, hold on, this is just too much of a coincidence, right? It's being said too many times. Let me look into it. That's where my, I guess, curiosity kills a cat, if that's what you want to say. But I go into it and I just start, more knowledgeable. Why? Hold on. Why is this coming to me too many times? I got to go look into it. I have to move or whatever the case may be. And that's what I found. But I was talking to my mom and I was telling her almost like how I felt that we had like 5 years, right? I'm like, Mom, we got about like 5 years. I don't know why I said it, but my mom remembers this combo. And I'm like, and what I told her that, how I think that the greater divine, the divine light is going to reveal itself. It's going to be very beautiful. But as I'm explaining it, I'm just crying in tears, smiling, just letting my mom know that it was going to be okay. And I said, Mom, you think you're gonna, buckle to your knees type shit. I said, I won't. I said, I'm definitely gonna be walking, hands up high, like I'm ready. I've been ready for this shit. And my mom, in her words, was just like, "Oh, you think you will be? You're gonna be the first one on your knees." And I said, "Mom, that's the difference here. I'm gonna be picking you up and telling you to get the hell up because we got somewhere to go." You know what I mean? So then we just laughed it off and whatever. And that was just the end of the conversation. So of course, when this came up, I just started looking and I'm like, not that I'm kind of right on point. 5 years go crazy, like to the exact. But yeah, that was just one of my wake ups. Who knows? Is it? Would it happen?
That
Am I
still
just
is a bug
talking?
I thought, just free balling on YouTube. Like, bro.
Not this.
Yeah, bro, just like, like imagine if somebody's just looking up the numbers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one where got God and the devil fucking arm wrestling and shit.
Now I'm gonna send you this because I found this, right? I just go into millennial because you could look at the. Oh no, you can't see the search box. But I put millennial timeline. If you see the 7 days of human history, look at the years at the end of that timeline. And then look at what I showed you 2026, 2027, 2030ish, right? Then you see 2033 up there. And if you go to 2033 and then you go to 3033, like the numbers that are up there, you'll be wowed.
The release of Satan is crazy.
Huh?
The release of Satan?
Mm-hmm. But then when you go online and you go to them dates that is actually on that timeline, like 2026 and 2030, I don't know why I found that. You seen I screenshotted it, so nobody won't think that I put that there purposely. You know what I mean? And this is coming from the internet on different types of sources.
You right.
So yeah, I showed my mom. I was like, Mom, I'm wild.
So my thing is what do you do with the information? You kind of just, sit around and look like a psychopath.
I wouldn't really call it a psychic power because,
Not a
like we
psychopath.
mentioned, oh, like a psychopath. I mean, it kind of feels like yeah. I'm not even
No,
gonna
I'm
hold
saying,
you.
how do you
Like
explain it to people without feeling like you're getting looked at like that? You feel me? Because
just like
it
I did
makes
now,
sense.
right? Just like I did now, and it's just like I look at other people in the awakened sense, and there's a lot of people that look at them like they're crazy. I heard it throughout the week. I wasn't even the one speaking; it was other people speaking, and they were like, "You don't know what you're talking about. Spiritual warfare, awakening. What, nigga? You crazy?" And it was a good thing to see, but then it was a sad sight to see because it's just like,
It
damn,
shows you the
you
ignorance.
guys want to be right. You guys want to be woken to a certain extent, at least, or trying to be, or like taking this information that you see on a or hear on a day to day basis through other people, and I'm just a regular person. I don't have millions and you know what I mean? Like low class, survived all my life type shit. So of course nobody gonna listen to me, right? And there's a lot more other people just in my position and even people in the position with money that say certain stuff, but they can't really say a lot of things because they're in a public eye. A lot of people look at the pyramid and the levels to shit. Some white supremacists and the money and the just Trump himself, just people under that type of branch and umbrella, the control, the white collar folks got. It was crazy. It was given to them. The devil himself or evil entity himself. Who knows?
And that's the thing. It's like at this point, what do you even do with that information? You know, cause that's crazy. That gave me goosebumps, especially seeing like how that shit was breaking down. Like, damn, nigga.
Yeah, and like I said, most people you'll look at, like I told you, I read up on different religions, and when I read up on them, subliminal messages came that all of them asked um or showed one thing. And in my life, like when I seen like the seven deadly sins, right? I really made sure I wasn't either one of those. And the hard one for the only one that I kind of like, the hard one for me was my anger. But you got that. And then you got, the Bible, Jesus, God, Satan, XYZ. Um, you have other people that says, God in the Bible is actually the devil himself, da 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 da. Jesus in the Bible, on the other hand, the way they perceive that guy or that spirit,
That
um,
guy.
right. I don't know how true that is, but I know that there was a person like myself with the ability and power to heal like that person did. I feel like I'm a natural healer. It's crazy. I'm not saying I'm Jesus. We are all gods and goddesses. I'm not powerful than him, her, she, her, him above. You know what I mean? But
I mean, but
having
if
that
we all
much
made in the same image and that was his kid, then we just as equal, no? Or am I bugging?
truth, there is truth. We all are equal. But the intent, you know how when people are given stuff, is what you intend to do with it. The thought process, the feeling inside, mind, body, and soul type deal. I can never, ever say, I'm God and I'm above that person. No, we are equal. But still, all in all, that divine light is way greater than any one of us under his fucking bracket. That's when where the fuck you had me fucked up at. You forgot I'm boss. You know what I mean? Like I let y'all live. I'll let y'all eat and feed and do whatever y'all want under me. Of course, go ahead. Do what y'all gotta do. But when the time actually comes and reveals itself, y'all all had me fucked up type shit. That's how I look at it in the hoodest terms. And that's how I break it
Yeah,
down.
he a jealous guy too. Like for me, like you gotta think about it how he gonna look at it too. He gonna let y'all breathe, but
Um,
shit don't
maybe the
move
one
like
in the
him.
Bible. I want to say the one in the Bible. Yes, that divine light, that beautiful ass soul. You can't call that person selfish. You can't call that person a manipulator. You can't call that person a liar. You can't say anything about that person. Now, anyone underneath that bracket that he gave the power to, it's not his fault. Shit, it wasn't even ours. Being born into this sin or infirmity or the tribulation times, whatever you believe in type shit, it wasn't our fault. But the fact that everything in our false world, um, and people, places, and things, when you start to consciously awake and start to wake up, you'll see. I fuck with it. I may sound crazy, and this is all I could kind of talk about.
Nah,
That's
cause
why
you don't even
sometimes I'm
sound
quiet.
crazy, especially with the imagery. That shit made me bug out a little bit. Like, yeah, what's really
That's why
going
I like
on?
sometimes like on Bigo or even when I'm around certain people, I don't have like really much to talk about, but I let people speak. I get it. I was there. But who am I to tell you what you see and feel and believe is wrong? Now, if you genuinely fuck with me back and you allow me to be myself and also reciprocate that same energy in allowing you to do, then you'll hear what I have to say. Then you'll see and XYZ. And then you take what you're gonna take from it. I don't care. Like it's not up to me.
Right, right, right.
But truthfully, honestly, I wish a lot more people, especially the folks that I'm around, tune in and wake up. Cause it's about that time. So remember when I told you like the past couple of days, it's been like a harsh reality, but it's true. And the truth really hurts. All
Yeah,
them
nigga, I was about to talk to you about that, nigga. You came in, yeah, the last podcast on karma buggy status, nigga. I'm like, nigga, she's like, love don't exist, bitch ass, nigga. I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? I'm like, dead homies. What the fuck is you talking about? These
when? What you
realizations.
talking about?
The last podcast yesterday, nigga, was talking crazy.
How I came in.
Nah, you was just talking crazy, nigga.
What was I talking about?
Just people in general. Just like on some fucking love don't live don't hate no more. Fucking niggas is bad. I don't know. Look at it.
Probably, I don't know.
You definitely.
I don't even want to, because maybe that was just something that
Yeah,
it just
maybe
had to
it
be
need to be
heard.
left there. Yeah.
Yeah, because I honestly don't remember anything. And sometimes certain things like that right there could have been subliminal messages that everybody had to take within itself. Like I don't remember.
Mm,
And yesterday, everyone was in their bag. When I tell you the emotions was running high yesterday with everyone, it didn't matter. Even when I went into the room, like y'all room, it got quiet. Shit was weird. I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling this. And I don't want to like that's why I told you, like, do y'all want me here or should I be here? But then I just thought like, yo, it's just something in the fucking air, the
yeah,
shift, the
everybody is
water.
going through shit. Niggas like, especially with me. Like I just, bro, I haven't been active for a minute. Like niggas, I'm just trying to be back on shit. So I'm just getting
Hmm.
aggravated. Like I want things to go a certain way. Just everything else just keep getting in the way.
As I stay in my circle, no research. Because I could feel that. And it's just truth. There is a spiritual warfare. So it's gonna be a lot of that going on. People mad, people are just going at it with each other.
The biggest bar man.
Here.
But yeah, nah, man. I'll be outside. Uh, the end is coming. But like we beat niggas up, so like, you know. Are we fucked?
Hello?
I said, are we like fucked? Like this planet, like
As far
are
as
we,
like, I don't want to say like certain people are, you know what I mean? Certain people are.
yeah, cause I
I
don't
see a lot
think
of
trying
it.
to move to no crazy place is trying to help you. Niggas trying to move to Mars, nigga, on the dead homies.
Um, Mars, they got their own people on there. All, like, just like all the planets.
I'm just saying if they getting ready to
Um,
move planets, nigga, something.
no, I'm just hoping, right? Let's just say, me myself, I'm hoping that when the aliens do come, you know, I got aliens everywhere. I've been saying this for the longest since from what I can remember when I was in Florida. So this was about 5, 6, 7 years ago. And I'm like, the aliens coming, bruh.
Um,
End up seeing a UFO with
I'm
my
gonna
baby
say you
dad. I
something.
wasn't by myself. Huh?
I'm gonna say you something. It's my apologies. Um, it's one of the investigator dudes for the aliens. He was saying that they're real. They've been among us for a long time, and he's like actually like verified to be like one of the people that work there. Said they're retarded.
They're retarded.
He said that when it comes to human, hold on, I'm gonna send it to you right now. Because when it comes, because it's a 1 hour video, but when it comes to human life and how we do things, like yeah, it might be, you know,
You know
a certain
why?
type of way, but he's like,
You know
yo, they
why?
only connect
What did I just finish telling you though?
telepathically. They only, you know, they're more interested in what we got going and this and that. They have
Okay,
more to
now,
benefit off of us because of what they can get out of it.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Because they're only
When you
limited.
talk
These niggas
about
can't even talk.
telepathy, right?
They can't even talk. That's the only choice though, is to talk
But what was
telepathically.
their,
They have no
what is
voice
their,
cords.
exactly. And when we talk about in the spiritual realm, is more of what? Energy, vibration, and water. We are made up of 90% of water. That's why when people be like, drink water, drink water, drink water. I barely drink water. I do. And I'm as healthy as nails. My pH balance is not off. My shit don't smell like fishes in the oceans and the sea and shit like that. No. Um, our body naturally pushes out what doesn't belong there. Why do you think when it has food and drugs administration in one under one
One facility or
fucking
whatever.
facility? Yeah, I was trying to think of a fucking word. Thank
Yeah.
you. It just makes sense. To dumb us down, they put it in our drugs, our food, especially the water. Now that people are starting to wake up to them certain things, seeing the DNA in certain foods, not really eating out as much, and you know, people starting to wake up. Now they have to figure out other ways to dumb us down. Now, all right, I just finished telling you, all that we know is fake. All this right here, call it a simulation, call it a matrix, call it whatever you want, but this is not real. So saying that that the aliens are actually dumb because they don't have what we
Oh no, I was
have.
just talking about in certain
No,
senses
no,
when it
no.
comes to
Yeah, that no, no. That, I
communication or
was just
certain.
trying to
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
confirm what you
you
were saying.
reacting, you know.
Yeah. Um, because I know this not coming from you, but to
No, I
say
sent you the
that
video. That's what I'm
it
saying. Like
just
that guy,
yeah,
that
it's
Texas
just like,
shit.
bro, they don't want this. They don't want the trees and the birds, and they're gonna come here, of course. It's beautiful. It's nature. But the actual reality of things, the money, the having to work, the education, the XYZ, none of that is fucking real. When I wake up every morning and have to get a doctor, yo, that shit bothers me. Cause it's just like I really wish that we was free from all of this little shit. We never needed money. We never needed anyone to naturally make the air cleaner. We just had to be until the time came. But somewhere along that line, before we were born, in the time where shit shifted and as below, as above is below type shit came into play, that's when we became the millennials, of course, became born into this infirmment, this false reality, XYZ. And we were dumbed down through generations and generations and generations and taught a certain way so that we can be controlled and put in that infirmament and the people and the souls and XYZs. So when that time comes, he has up the devil himself or the Satan himself has his people. I'm not one of them. You got me fucked up. And he know that.
I don't know, man. I'll fucking playing music during my podcast. Like, I will fucking shoot your speakers in GTA.
My bad, bro. I was just rambling.
Nah, you good, nigga. You making sense, nigga. You threw me off with that shit. So I'm like, damn, man. I wasn't thinking about no fucking. But then it's just like, it's the Olympics and all this shit, and then the spiritual
And like,
shit, and then the comments.
and me moving.
This is off of looking up numbers on my computer. Have nothing to do with what you've been searching. Have nothing to do with your timeline.
No, that's why I said perceive how you want to take it and look how it's making you feel. It's showing you something, however is willing to show you, however your mind, the open of your, you know what I mean? Wherever you are on the level, it's giving you exactly how much information you need at the moment, however you're going to perceive it. Now it's up to you to do your research if you want to, if that's what, you know what I mean? Like if it made you intuitively, like inside, made sense and you felt it, then it's up to you what you do with that. Listen. What's up, Giddy?
Yeah, I was looking into a few of these things. Anyways. So.
Yeah, look. I got that guy in here. Fuck, where is he? Nope, it's not that one. Or I think I just saved it on Instagram. But I just seen that guy today. That was a guy that was talking about Mars. And he put out some that's why when you mentioned Mars and wanting to go there, I don't think you want to go there. But he mentioned
no, I was saying that that's
alien.
why people want to go there and shit because of all this, you know?
Yeah, it's beautiful, but I love Saturn. I'm going to Saturn. I'm gonna be in Saturn. Or maybe above that, who knows? But I'm definitely a Saturn baby.
Okay, they're gone.
But I wanted to send you this too, because this guy, oh no, I sent you that already. He talk about, having two Trumps and stuff. I'm like, that's crazy.
That'll be amazing.
This is a kid movie. I just screenshot this and I screenshot it because the way they broke the movie down, and when I seen it, I'm like, now I have to watch it. Just with the cover alone speaks crazy. And a lot of our subliminals came from cartoons. kids cartoons. I feel like that's the only way certain saints like ourselves, like I don't even like the word God just seems so, I call myself like one of the saints, living saints.
That's just crazy. Yeah, that picture is wild.
I definitely want to watch that one. I screenshotted this guy. I haven't looked him up, but in one of his videos way back then, he had spoke about something, and he said, "Before I even see this video, I might just be dead." I don't know how he died, but it showed that he died. But I screenshotted it so I could look into him, when I have the chance. And then I wanted to send you this because and then with the whole like saying, um, what's that one scripture that kind of said, days will become nights and nights will become day or something? And with them having that artificial sun and XYZ and what's going on, we may never see the like nighttime. It's gonna be bright for a while. Maybe, maybe not.
That nigga bugging the fuck out. He said, fry the eggs in your fucking lap. So how is he saying that is doing that? It's just the metal?
It's the vibration, the energetic field that the plate itself, because there's a wire in there. There is an actual wire connector that connects to what he has going on. I don't know what that is. I have to go back into the video and look at it.
Oh yeah, I see.
And it's just a board. Yeah. Now I had watched something that how they made like a light bulb turn on, just a little wiring. I got certain wires like that downstairs. Like I always wanted to try it. They never taught us this in school, and I definitely want to try it, even teach my kids, because never know. Never know. Anything could happen to me from here and then. But gracefully, I think, purposeful, I'm supposed to be here. It was a lot of times that I had, death presented to me, even within myself. And it didn't happen. And the day that it was literally, legitimately about to happen, you're not, are you on live?
Yeah.
Okay, you could cut it off. I'd rather tell you regular.